Good evening, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to the live watch-along between PSG and Bayern Munich. Guys, hold on to your hats. This is a big one. It's a massive game, isn't it? The biggest game in Europe at the moment in regards to performing teams. I feel these two teams are playing the best football in Europe, and everyone should aspire to play like these teams, guys. Really looking forward to the game, guys. It's a little bit like eating your dessert first and then having the vegetables tomorrow. Basically like that. Do you know what I mean? When you're meant to eat your vegetables first and then have the dessert tomorrow. So like that, in regards to Atletico Madrid Arsenal. We're going to worry about that tomorrow because obviously I have to meditate before I get into that game. I have to proper prepare myself, psych myself up in regards to that Atletico Arsenal game. We are thinking about PSG against Bayern Munich at the moment, guys. Today, massive game, of course, guys. Let's look at the lineups in regards to PSG. First, they've got Stefanov in goal. They're playing a 4-3-3. Guys are Hakimi, Marquinhos, Pacha, and Mendes as the back four. We got Zay, Emery, Vitinha, and Neves as the three in midfield. We got Doué, Dembele, and Kvaratskhelia out front, guys. In regards to Bayern Munich, we got Manuel Neuer. They're playing a 4-2-3-1. We got Manuel Neuer, Alphonso Davies, Tar, Upamecano, and Stanisic as the back four. The two in midfield are Pavlovic and Kimmich. The three attackers are Diaz, Musiala, Elise, and up front we got Harry Kane. As for the substitution, this is where I think you look at the strength and depth. Nothing epitomizes strength and depth than the benches of Bayern Munich and PSG, guys. We got Beraldo, the defender. We got Zabarnyi, defender. Fabian Ruiz, goodness me, a midfielder. Gonzalo Ramos, of course, a striker. Lee Can in midfielder. Lucas Hernandez, the defender. Seni Mayulu, midfielder. Pedro Fernandez, midfielder. Bradley Bacola, striker. Lucas Chevalier is the goalkeeper. Ibrahim Bay is a striker. And Renato Marin is another goalkeeper. As for Bayern Munich in the bench, we got Kim Min-jae, defender. You remember we were linked to Kim Min-jae when he was playing for, wasn't he playing for Napoli long time ago? Leon Goretzka, midfielder. Nicholas Jackson, we spoke about him earlier, striker. Hiroki, defender. Sven Juric is a goalkeeper. Konrad Laimer, midfielder, of course. Denis Offley is a defender. Jonas Erbig, goalkeeper, and Filip Pavic, defender, guys. Those are the two lineups for the game, guys. Looking forward to the game. Absolutely buzzing for this one, guys. This is what football is all about. The beauty of football. And hopefully we see some of this in the World Cup. We see some good football in the World Cup. We see some big games in the World Cup and stuff. Let me just say hello to the community. Guys, do me a favor. Don't forget to smash a like on the video on the way in, guys. If you guys can do that for me, be absolutely fantastic. Big up everyone in the stream. Big up All Bars One. Great show earlier, Sal. Proper knowledge. Big up, my friend. Thank you so much. Big up, Ephraim. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you as well, my guy. It will be a very interesting game. Very interesting, Ephraim. Good to see you. Big up, Bobby, the legend of Bobby. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Players are out on the pitch, of course. Marky Mark, big up, my friend. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, man. I'm liking this whole getting off earlier now. Let's go, PSG. You're going for PSG in this game? I'm going with the team that's most likely to beat Arsenal or Atletico Madrid in the final. That's what I want. I want the team that is most likely to beat Arsenal and Atletico Madrid to win. Because I don't think they represent football right. I'll be honest. I don't think that Atletico Madrid and Arsenal represent football right. Big up, my friend. Again, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Is this really the final? We all know Atletico and Arsenal is not the best teams in Europe. This should be the final, creeping death. Absolutely. However, it's just the way the draw works itself out, isn't it? It is very, very annoying that this isn't the final because it would have made to a very, very good final. Of course, one of the best finals. I mean, however, we're going to have to contend with Atletico or Arsenal in the Champions League final, which sort of dilutes it a little bit, doesn't it, at the end of the day? But for football's sake, I hope Bayern Munich or PSG win the Champions League this year for football. For the sake of football. I would like Bayern Munich this year. Sorry, guys, but I would like Bayern Munich this year. The reason I want Bayern Munich is because PSG won it last year. I don't want PSG to win it again. I would like Bayern Munich to win it. Look, Arsenal, Atletico. Arsenal basically got a Europa League draw to the final. We have to be honest. The Europa League draw. I mean, Sporting Lisbon and Atletico. Come on, man. Absolutely. Stephen, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hopefully Arsenal go out. Hate to see City win another 3 trophies, mate. You know what? Well, it is, Stephen. This is the Glazonomics, isn't it? Glinius. We should never be in this position that, we're watching other teams win trophies in England in particular, and it's so disheartening to see this happening time and time again. The ball that brought us through the mud, that's the thing. Definitely be nice to see Kane lift it too. And I'll say, wouldn't it be nice, creeping Dave, if Kane lifts it by scoring the winner against Arsenal? Wouldn't that be funny? That'd be hilarious. Tottenham get relegated, but Harry Kane gets the last laugh. That'd be so hilarious. I honestly think that Arsenal stand no chance against any one of these teams. If Arsenal go through, whoever goes through in this game is the winner. Let me just say that. Unless barring a red card or VAR decision, guys, you know what? Whoever goes through in this game is the winner, the Champions League winner. We might as well just hang it up, guys. Hang it up. They are going to win the Champions League. I cannot see Arsenal. The way I saw Arsenal play against Man City in that final, I cannot see Arsenal winning against Bayern or PSG in a major final like the Champions League final. No, I think they will struggle. I think they'll flop. Absolutely, in my opinion. I think they will flop. Guys, yeah. Yeah, big up, Creeping Death. Good to see you back, my friend. Good to see everyone in the stream. There's Vitinha and João Neves there on the pitch. Such superstars all around the pitch today, guys. Superstars all around the pitch. Harry Kane, Karish, Gilia. We're ready for the kickoff, guys. We're ready to kick off. PSG are kicking off from right to left. Guys, here we go. Let's get this in, guys. Let's go. Kickoff is underway. Let's hope and pray for a good game. Thank God, guys, listen, Creeping Death, I didn't do the AC Milan game. I was meant to do the AC Milan game against Juventus the other day. Thank God I didn't do that. It was 0-0, wasn't it? Goodness me. So we're here at the Parc de France in Paris, of course. Funny thing is, it's like the progress that PSG have made over the years. It's unbelievable, the progress that they made. People don't understand, but they were actually, they're Qatar as well, weren't they? They're Qatar as well. There you go. This is what could happen, Pretty sure Musiala was eligible to play for England as well as he. Yeah, Elise and Musiala. Musiala actually had caps for England under 21. You know whose fault it is, Creeping Death? Gareth Southgate. Gareth Southgate is the reason that Olise and Musiala don't play for England. Crazy, isn't it? I mean, imagine that. England will be dominating, Yeah, thank God I didn't do it. Absolutely. Thank God I didn't do it. Gareth, come on, Bayern Munich. But yeah, I want Bayern Munich to win, plainly because I don't want PSG to win it twice in a row. That's it. However, as long as any one of these teams stop Arsenal from winning the Champions League, if Arsenal go through, I do think Arsenal go through against PSG, against Atletico Madrid. I just can't see Atletico Madrid doing anything. Absolutely. Haaland too, yep. His dad, yeah, he's born in England. Yeah. Yeah. Is what it is, isn't it? Is what it is. Lots of players have come from England in the past and their allegiances are elsewhere. Elise was from South London. Do you know what I mean? I know he's born in France, but he's brought up in South London. It was actually raised at like literally 10 minutes where I used to live in South London. Here we go, guys. Bayern Munich with the ball. Bayern Munich with the ball. Back here to Manuel Neuer. I mean, you look at those benches, though. The epitome of squad depth is right there, guys. The epitome of squad depth is them. Absolutely. Such a shame. He was a brilliant talent. Yeah, he was. Here's Ruiz. Ruiz with the ball. Oh, good tackle there straight away for PSG. It's a massive test, though, for both teams. Hakimi loses the ball there. It's going to be a foul. Alphonso Davies is fouled there. Alphonso Davies, another great player, of course. Ephraim, Sal, do you think player power will come to United? Only if Marcus Rashford and that come back to Man United, probably we'll get player power back. There's always going to be an element of player power these days because a lot of these players, Ephraim, are very rich so soon, too soon, some may say. They're very rich too soon. So a lot of these players are spoiled, I would say that, so it's very hard to totally eradicate player power. However, it's the best to try and minimize it as much as possible, sort of dilute it a little bit, I would say. Goal kick, not goal kick, kicked out clearance, guys. This game, look, guys, I can imagine in the second leg of this game, it could quite possibly, this could go all the way. This could go all the way to penalties. This could go all the way to extra time. You name it. I think this game is going to go far. This game is so tight between the two teams. You know, really tight. Looking at both these sides, which one of these sides has more chance of beating Arsenal? Both of them. Both of them could beat Arsenal, definitely. Hakimi, Dembele. Dembele gets into the box. Well tackled there. Davies, good play. Ruiz has got the ball, holding out the ball. It's going to be a free kick to Bayern Munich. What about the sale from Ruiz, though? Liverpool sold Ruiz. Can you believe that? What a stupid sale. They should... I mean, they spent all that money on Ekatike and all that, and they could have just kept Ruiz, you know. One of the players to see it scored probably the goal of the season this year. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but I think he scored one of the goals of the season where the ball was going out in touch and he done some tackle to retrieve the ball and then bent it into the corner. Brilliant goal, Ruiz. You know, I think he's been one of the players. He scored the goal of the season for me, and I don't know why Liverpool sold him. To be honest with you, I was baffed when they did that. You know, here come Bayern on the attack. Bayern are looking quite good. They're looking quite composed here. Elise, the danger man, on the right-hand side. He takes on his man. Cross comes in. Oh, that was a good cross there. Stefanov retrieves the ball there. Elise already looking like a danger man there. Mendes starting the mind games of throwing the ball away. You got to have these mind games. You got to play the game. You know, you got to do everything it takes to win. Kvaratskhelia out here to Dembele. Dembele tackled there well by Tar. Out into touch, tackled there well. Is Neves. Neves on the ball. Vitinha tackled in space there. One back by Bayern Munich. Yeah, this already looks like a game of they're going to be competing with each other in that midfield. It's very tactical at the moment. Very, very tactical. Very scrappy there in the middle as well. They're going to be cancelling each other out and stuff like that. Absolutely. Yeah, big up, guys. Anyone in the stream, don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. If you guys can do that for me. Thanks for everyone who joined me earlier on for Chatterbox. Really good to see you there. Thank you so much, guys. Great show. Lots of good debate. That's what I love. Sal was at 3-2 to PSG, my friend. 3-2 to PSG I'm going for. However, that's not going to be the end of it in the second leg. I think the second leg is going to be very important as well, you know. And there's going to be goals. Hopefully, fingers crossed, there's going to be goals in this tie. May the best team win. I would say. May the best team win. That's what I would say about it. Absolutely. Here's PSG. The closing down from Bayern Munich is exceptional at the moment. They're really closing them down. As soon as they get they're like bees. They're like straight around them. You know. Really good. Interesting to see the fitness on these two teams as well. Played a lot of games this season as well. You know, all these excuses about one game a week, and we don't even look fit on one game a week. You know. Kvaratskhelia running on the left there, taking his man on. Well played. Cuts inside. There's no support there. Neves. Okay, there was no support there. Good play this one from Doué. The cross comes in. Went straight to the Bayern player there. Straight to the Bayern player. Here comes Elise on the right-hand side now. Hugging that touchline. Upamecano. Sanisic. Switched out wide, back to Elise. Elise's a danger man. As soon as they get that ball, it's straight to Elise, isn't it? It's straight to Elise. As soon as they get that ball, it's straight across the box to Elise. There's Aaron Danks, assistant coach of Bayern Munich. Probably be a coach soon. Probably going to be a coach at Borussia Dortmund or something like that, you know. Yeah, he just needs to put the cap on. That's all it is. Just like Tuchel and Jurgen Klopp did. It's Manuel Neuer. Long ball there. Yeah, it's going to go straight to the goalkeeper. Ephraim. So, what kind of backup striker we need? A younger experience? I think experience, mate. I think it's not like 30, 35 years old. I'm talking about 26, 27 years old. I think I would like that. Like I look at, for example, Gonzalo Ramos of PSG, who's on the bench today. I don't think that would be a bad shout to bring him into the football club. He's on the bench today. Bring him in. Why not? You know, I don't think that a bad shout. Even Tony, who's currently playing in Saudi Arabia. I've always been a big fan of Even Tony. I think he'll be a good signing for Man United. I still think he's a very good player. He's been in the England squad. He's better than bloody Solanke and all them just because he plays in Saudi. Here's Elise. Upamecano here. Straight back to the goalkeeper. Well, Upamecano's all the way up the top of the pitch. Long ball again from Manuel Neuer. It's one there by Ruiz. That's going to be a free kick from Kane, is it? Kane's in pain. Zaire Emery with the foul. Yeah, the last thing that Bayern want is an injury to Harry Kane. Yeah, he went on his metatarsal there. Yeah, that's the last thing they want is an injury to him. England as well. England wouldn't want an injury to Harry Kane as well. You know, absolutely no chance. Free kick to Bayern Munich. We're looking at about 35 yards from goal. I don't think he's going to shoot from there. Kimmich over the ball. Harry Kane waiting, anticipating. What can they muster from this? Can they do something? Free kick comes in. It plays straight out to Elise. They love Elise, don't they? Elise on the right-hand side. I would have got it in the box myself. Here goes Elise. Great skill. Oh, he's lost it. He lost it. I would have just put it in the box there, to be honest. Creeping Nev. Loved it that Elise very rarely just plays back to the right back. There's one thing in his mind. Thank you so much, Creeping Depp, because that's true. And this is something that I've been preaching about Man United for a long time. You know, wingers, I want to see bravery from wingers. I want to see them taking on their man. I don't want to see them getting up to a point and thinking, damn, I can't take him on. Let me pass it back or let me pass it sideways. That's what we're talking about. That's what I keep banging on about with Man United. You know, our wingers don't do that enough. Here come PSG on the attack. Is that Dembele? Is that a penalty? No, he's not giving it. He fell down a little bit easier there. So a counter-attack for Bayern Munich here. Bayern Munich counter-attacking here. It's Ruiz. And he runs into traffic there. It's going to be a free kick. It's going to be a yellow card as well for PSG there. The first yellow card of the game. Kriben Nev takes his man on early every time, yeah, and keeps him guessing and does something different. You know, he's always got some bit of skill there and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. There's a foul, a cynical foul there on Ruiz. And it's the first yellow card of the game, guys. Let me have a look at this. Yeah, Dembele goes down too easy there. He shouldn't be going that. Like, you know, that is too easy. He just touched him. For goodness me, he went down way too easily there, in my opinion. Yeah, way too easily. We got another free kick to Bayern Munich, guys. Similar position, but slightly on the left this time. I would get it in the box this time. I wouldn't be messing about on the left. Try and get it to Harry Kane. I'm pretty sure. Look, Elise is free, though. I do agree. Elise is completely free. That's why they're passing it out to Elise. You know, that he's completely free every single time. Every single time he's completely free. But this is a free kick to Bayern Munich. Long ball goes in, and it's a corner to Bayern. Conceded by Fatinha. Yeah, it's a corner kick. First corner of the game. First corner of the game, guys. Don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you're in here. Thank you so much, legends, of course. Tar is up there. Tar's up for the corner. Harry Kane's waiting as well. Crowding, not crowding goal, but they know to take a corner, not crowding the bloody box like Arsenal. Here we go. And that's going to be another corner. No, it's going to be cleared away. Well cleared by João Neves. Back here to Manuel Neuer. There's Elise. Picking the ball up deep. Kane form is ridiculous this year. He's been absolutely incredible, mate. Here come Bayern Munich, though. They're on the attack. They've got a good position there, lots of space. He's wasting a lot of time there. Players needed to get forward. Yeah, no pace there. If that was Elise, they were in trouble. Yeah, they would have been in trouble if that was Elise. Definitely all that space on the right-hand side. 14 minutes gone, guys. 0-0. No real opportunity yet. Long ball. I've seen a lot of long balls from Manuel Neuer so far. Too many long balls. I've seen a lot of long balls from Manuel Neuer so far. Crazy, isn't it? How many long balls he's passing? Doué here. Dembele, nice little shimmy. And it's Kvaratskhelia over here. Oh, that was close. That was close. He hit it too hard. Ruiz, who's been my player of the game so far, doing absolutely brilliant. Him and Kvaratskhelia have been brilliant. Elise's on the outside. Passes it back. Harry Kane. Infield now. Kimmich. Back to Elise. This is a chance of Bayern. That's going to be a penalty, surely. Penalty to Bayern Munich. That's a penalty. It had to be Lewis. Great play from Harry Kane. Great play from Kimmich. Brilliant play there. He's going to VAR anyway. It's going to VAR. It's a penalty already to Bayern. What a start in this game, guys. Great little 1-2. That's a penalty. You can't argue with that. It's clumsy there from Pacho. Did he win the ball? Did he win the ball? No, he took the man first. That's a penalty. He took the man first. That's a penalty to Bayern Munich. I'm giving a penalty all day long. Penalty to Bayern Munich. Yeah, he took the man and then he took the ball. Diaz looks like he's on that man. Big up, mate. Harry Kane will be taking the penalty, guys. Massive moment in this tie. Massive, massive moment in this tie. Harry Kane with the penalty for Bayern Munich. Great little 1-2 there. Great play in the midfield and carved open PSG straight away. This is gonna open up the game. This is gonna be interesting because obviously PSG won't be looking to lose this game. They're looking to lose the first leg. So it's a penalty. Harry Kane will be taking this penalty. It will be Harry Kane, who's usually flawless with penalties, as we know. Absolutely flawless. He's going to be taking it. 1-0 to Bayern Munich. They have scored. Harry Kane with the goal, guys. Harry Kane has scored. Bayern Munich 1, PSG 0. A dream start for Bayern Munich in this huge game. It's huge semi-final. Bayern Munich are winning by 1-0. Great start from them. Absolutely. I said I've been impressed with the way they've started this game. I have been very impressed by the way they started this game. They've been on the front foot. They played very well. Harry Kane, 13 goals in 12 games in the Champions League. Absolutely incredible record. Guys, Harry Kane, 1-0 to Bayern Munich. He doesn't miss, does he? He doesn't miss. Absolutely brilliant. Harry Kane. He doesn't miss, guys. Ballon d'Or for Harry Kane. Guys, why are people not talking about Harry Kane for the Ballon d'Or? Why are they not talking about Harry Kane for the Ballon d'Or? If Bayern Munich go on to win this, don't you think they should get Ballon d'Or? Big up Loki. That is a penalty. Yeah, it's a penalty for me, man. He took his man out, mate. Hello again. Big up Marcus again. Good to see you, brother. I hope you're doing well. Bayern are a different level. Mate, JDC. Mate, they come here. They're not messing a man. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about. Bravery, JDC. Bravery. Going for the game. You know? Absolutely. If he had an exotic name, he'd be spoken about. Exactly. You said it there. It's true. Well taken penalty. You know, if his name was, how I would say it, Canino, they would have definitely given him the Ballon d'Or by now. Kane deserves the Ballon d'Or for me. I mean, they're talking about Declan Rice. What are they talking about? Harry Kane should be the Ballon d'Or. You know? If they win the Champions League this year, I can't look beyond Harry Kane. The amount of goals he scored this season, he's broken records, guys. He's breaking records every single week. He's breaking records. He's broken, like, I think he's broken Lewandowski's record, hasn't he? And how long was Lewandowski at Bayern Munich? Do you know what I mean? This year, Ballon d'Or will be decided by the World Cup. Could be. Here come Bayern again. It's open again. My goodness me, is it 2-0? No. Big chance for Elise. He should have scored that one. That was a massive chance, huge chance. He should. Oh, man. Free kick to Bayern Munich. No, he's saying get up. My goodness me. Imagine he gets the Champions League. I mean, Elise with a big chance. That's a massive moment in this tie, guys. It was a good save, to be fair. It was a good save, but he's got to score there for me. He's got to score there for me. He really has. Throw into PSG. Definitely has to score there. Those are the moments in big games. JDC, madness, mate. Madness. Big Wiggins, mate. Proper wingers, JDC. From what we witnessed yesterday, mate. You know? Here come Bayern again. Bayern are dominating this game. I'm sorry, but Bayern are really, really giving it to PSG right now. So surprised. Look at this. Bayern again. Ruiz. Oh, nobody in the box. Kane didn't make that run. It's back out here to Bayern. Bayern are really loving it at the moment. A bit of reprieve for PSG as they win back the ball here. High up the pitch. Vitinha. Here come PSG again. Good little bit of skill from Doué. Doué trying to get it in. No. One back well by Bayern Munich. Bayern looking solid as well. Yeah, Liverpool must be kicking themselves that they got rid of Ruiz, isn't it? They must be absolutely kicking themselves that they sold Ruiz. I don't know why they would do that deal. Upamecano here. Passed in field towards Kane, taking it deep. That's going to be a foul to Bayern Munich. That's what Kane does well. Kane holds up the ball. He takes it deep, and they fouled him again. A great ball from Harry Kane, though. Elise's got to bury that. You've got to get a little bit high on that ball, a little bit of curl on that ball to get that in the back of the net. You know what I mean? You've got to do that. He just hit it straight at the goalkeeper, to be honest. He still nearly went in. Yeah, unlucky. It's off the line. Anyway, free kick to Bayern Munich. Harry Kane's putting his boot back on. His boot came off. He's putting his boot back on. JDC. It would be anticlimactic if someone finally wins the Champions League. What's that? Anticlimactic if Simeone finally wins the Champions League. No, thank you. It would be a crime to football. Anticlimactic, yeah, it'd be a crime to football, definitely. Have you ever seen a striker that drops as deep as Kane? Must be a nightmare to mark. Yeah, I know. He used to annoy me when he used to play for England, but he's so good at it. It's unbelievable, you know. Here come PSG. They're clean through here. He has to. This is his chance. Oh, my goodness me. That's why Dembele is not an elite striker. That's why. I don't know how he won the Ballon d'Or. My goodness me. That was an awful miss. That's what I'm talking about. That's why. Moments like that. Moments like that. Awful miss. Awful miss. No problem, JDC. I got you, my friend. I got you. I got you. Awful miss there. Same, it works well when Olise and Diaz make the runs and move into space. Yeah, Diaz for me has been really good so far tonight. I have no idea why Liverpool got rid of him, you know. But those two players for me and Kane, they work well together. They work so well. It's just so guys, whoever plays PSG or Bayern in the final, especially Bayern. Number one, you're playing Bayern Munich, a great Bayern Munich. It's going to be such a monumental task. I'm being honest, guys. Whoever plays Bayern Munich or PSG in this final, it's going to be like last year. You know, when PSG beat Inter Milan, it's going to be like last year. And I hope it's Arsenal. I hope Arsenal get stuffed in the final and they get stuffed 4 or 5-0. That'd be so funny. Here comes Kvaratskhelia. 1-1. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Great player. That's what I'm talking about. A winger. What a goal. That's a winger for me. That's a winger. That's what I'm talking about. What a goal. Well played, mate. Absolutely stunning goal. That's how you respond. That's quality. Absolute quality, guys. That is how you respond. Great goal, that. Wing play to the highest order. Look at that. Cuts in. That's how you cut in and gently bent into the corner. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Absolutely brilliant. Look at that. What a finish. Monyo Nua, no chance. No chance. Just bent into the corner. Goodness me. Cavradonna. There you go, JDC. Good one. I call him that from now on. 1-1, guys. What a start to this game. 25 minutes, 1-1, guys. What a start to this game. You know, class. Class. Seeing some very good football so far. Very good football. This is what we were talking about. This is what football's about, guys. You know, this is how you're meant to play football. You know, none of that nonsense. You know what I mean? Sean, who got that Bayern goal? Harry Kane penalty, Sean. Harry Kane penalty. PSG ain't without their chances. PSG have been clean through a couple of times, but haven't scored. But now they did. The harder chance, to be honest, it was, isn't it? Kvaratskhelia was the hardest chance. But very, very good goal. Very well taken. Absolutely superb goal from a world-class player. A world-class player. Stanisic with the throw for Bayern Munich in his own half. Harry Kane. It's one back here by PSG. One back here. Cleared away by the PSG goalkeeper. Some people saying that the PSG goalkeeper is the weak link. I thought he played very well against Liverpool, guys. Creeping Dev, I love Inter, but watching this is why I hate 5 at the back. You don't get the wing play from fullbacks. It's true, mate. I agree, mate. Absolutely 100%. Unless you've got fullbacks like Carfu and players like that who do go forward and are very, very good. You do lose out on the wingers, absolutely. Here comes Diaz. Diaz cleared away. Elise. PSG win about the ball. JDC. Does EPL have even one winger on the level of Kvaratskhelia? No. No, not anymore. We used to. Not anymore. Here come PSG. He goes down easily. Here's Diaz. He goes down. England's too concentrated on this tiki-taka football at the moment. I mean, nothing beats a good winger. Man United used to have Ryan Giggs, Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, Beckham. We used to have so many good wingers. I don't see wingers like that anymore, but especially at Man United, you know, I don't see enough wing play, man, like this. You get a barrage of crosses. That's how about it. Yeah. We don't even get crosses these days. Man United, we don't even get any crosses. We hardly get any crosses these days, you know. Marcus, you're on the way to 3-2 scoreline. Hope so, mate. I hope so. I haven't got a score right in a while, which is strange for me, you know. Ephraim, what is your thought of Maguire comment about Amram's system yesterday? I'm not bothered because I know that, you know, our players are very simplistic and they love the counter-attacking football. So just because the system was too hard for them to play because they don't have the intelligence. I don't like, you know, what I don't like is players who talk when people have left the football club. I don't. Because at the end of the day, they've achieved nothing at Manchester United. Absolutely zero. They have no right to talk about systems. You know what I mean? These players at Man United, they should just keep zippy. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, they have no right to talk about, you know, systems and this and that. You know, Harry Maguire was awful yesterday. People are bigging up his performance. He was good at heading. That's about it, right? But other than that, he was wide open. He was so slow. You know, it was passive. These players just need to shut up. I'll be honest, guys, I'm not going to be real. These players need to shut up. Man United players just should be quiet. You know what I mean? And get on with their job and try and challenge for a title. How about that? How about that? You know, that's what I would love. JDC. Mbappe is wasting his prime trying to play 9. He ain't Cristiano. Yeah, Mbappe is a striker that plays off the shoulder. He's one of those players that plays off pace, and that's what made him such a great player, isn't it? You know, still is a very good player, but wouldn't he be kicking himself that as soon as he left, PSG started winning everything? You know, they won the Champions League and things like that. You know, how ironic. But that goes to show you, you know. Mbappe is a winger for 1,000%, yeah. But a very good finisher of a winger, yeah. It's like a play. It's good at play in a front three. Sort of plays in a front three, doesn't it? You know what I mean? Karius Keeler again. Taking on his man. So hard to mark. He cuts in field. Hardly loses the ball as well, which is very good. Very important. Here's Dembele. Dembele with a strike. Hits the man. Players down injured. And he shoots it way over the bar. Mendes. No free kick, no penalty. They're going for a penalty, but yeah, no chance. His hands are by his side. Sean, it's true, man. Tell Man United team to win something and then talk. Absolutely, Sean. I'm tired of this. You know how many times I've heard this, Sean? You know, whether it was Eric Ten Hag, whether it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, no matter whether it's Jose Mourinho, all these players are good at is bloody talking. You know, that's it. I don't care about talk. Walk the walk. Have you won a league? Have you won the Champions League? No? Then and that's it. That's what I'll say to all these players who play for Man United. Think they've made it. They ain't done shit, man. You know, and I'll tell you what, next season, if they don't challenge in the Champions League, I'm telling you, they're going to embarrass themselves like Harry Maguire did the last time we were in Europe with him and De Gea. Do you remember that? You know, this is the thing. I ain't forgotten these mistakes that these players have made in Europe, you know, and things like that. Tired of it. Here comes Elise. Takes on this man well. That's how you take a man on. Very good play from Elise. Oh, my goodness. Wow. He almost created a goal out of nothing there. Elise, absolutely incredible run. He cut inside. And it hit the post, I think. It was a scramble there, but the goalkeeper retrieved it. Did it go out? No. Well played. My good. Almost an own goal. But here come PSG. End to end here. End to end. This is going to be a goal. Oh, it's not. It's wide. That was so close from Doué there. So close from Doué. Great play. Creeping Death. Apart from a few, they are United players by name only. They choose when they want to perform for United. It's shameful. Exactly, Creeping Death. Exactly that. I don't want to hear players talk. I don't talk. Because when I was growing up watching Man United for all that success, I never heard talk. I never heard throwing the manager under the bus and this and that and that. You know, I'm tired of it, especially subpar players who've achieved nothing, you know? And that's what I would say. Goal! João Neves has made it 2-1 from the corner, guys. It's 2-1 to PSG, guys. They've come back. Absolutely incredible. Anthony, I know. What a goal. What a goal. PSG 2, Bayern Munich 1. They've come from behind, guys. Unbelievable. Well played, João Neves. The number 87 does it again. Great crawl up from great header that. From the smallest man on the pitch, guys. The smallest man on the pitch. What a header. What a header, guys. That shows you size doesn't matter. Look at that. Great header, that. Great header. They are ruthless, Ephraim. They are ruthless. Creeban, how on earth is he the smallest man on the pitch to score that? I know, mate. We'll be asking Bayern that. Neves is so good. You know one thing I would say? Musiala lost him, yeah. One thing I would say, and I'm going to say this very critically, right? Bayern are a fantastic team, don't get me wrong. But I think they suffer a little bit by playing in the Bundesliga. The quality is not good. But here come Bayern anyway. They could have been 2-1 up themselves, though. But this is a great game. Look, it's through again. Dembele this time is through again. Dembele is going to make it 3. No, good tackle. There's a lot of space there in behind. I think defensively, Bayern look a little bit suspect. I think defensively, they look a little bit suspect. They look a little bit sus there. What's going on? I think it's Tar is on the floor. Ex-Leverkusen player, of course. So Hansi Flick is suspended for this game, isn't he? So I think Hansi Flick can't be on the touchline if I'm correct. Not. I think it was sent off or something. Yeah, there's a big space there in behind. Paris Saint-Germain 2, Bayern Munich 1. Great game so far, guys. Great game. Bobby, big up myself. FC United 2, Warrington 1. Big up FC United. Richard, this should have been the final. So, yes, Richard. Can you imagine this was the final? What entertainment. Instead, we're going to have Arsenal or Atletico Madrid, 2 of the most boring teams in the world, I think. Very, very boring teams. Company, that's it. Sorry, guys. Sorry. My apologies. Yeah, Company. Is he suspended? Did he get a red card? Hansi Flick's Barcelona. Did he get a red card? I haven't seen him. I just see an assistant on the bench. I can't remember if he got a red card, or not. Yeah, but that's a big thing, though. When your manager's not on the touchline. Here come Bayern Munich. Diaz cuts in well. Chance now. Can he make it 2-2? Oh my goodness me, that was a chance. Those are the chances. Those are the chances Bayern need to take. Those are the ones they need to take. What a game, Sal. Big up, Danny. Brilliant game. Proper football. The counter-attack. Hakimi. Dembele. Doué. He's free. Oh, big miss. Big miss, that one. Massive miss there for PSG. He could have made it 3-1. My goodness me, it might have been offside, but what a miss there. Chances being missed in this game, guys. They really are. That PSG front line is unpredictable. It's incredible. They're cutting through him like a knife to like butter. But so are Bayern Munich, to be honest. It's exactly the sort of game I predicted. Elise here. Take on your man. Go on. Run, Elise. Go on the outside. Does anyone think, guys, that Arsenal or Atletico can handle this? Does anyone think that they can handle this in the final? I don't think they can, to be honest with you. I have no confidence. Bayern on the attack here. Good cross, cleared away. Davies going forward, like with Hakimi, so willing to get forward. A problem for Bayern, yeah. But you see the wing backs, guys. You see how the wing backs are getting forward. Alphonso Davies, Hakimi, they're always getting forward. You know what I mean? Always creating chances. They're not worried about conceding a goal and this and that. They're just playing football, man. Play football. Play positive football, and then you get used to playing positive football. And if you get used to playing this type of football, you get good at it. And when you get good at it, you could sweep aside teams. That's what United used to do. United would have a better chance than Arsenal. So, Richard, I agree 100%. I agree. The last time I remember anyone winning here at the Parc de France, Man United won there twice. The only team that can do it. Right? I know that was a different team in that, PSG and Man United. But the only team that can go to the Parc de France, the only team that can beat Bayern Munich in the final, and we all know what we did, is Manchester United. Historic heritage. There's a chance of Bayern here. Bayern, they're on the attack. He's got it. That's a penalty, no? Stanislas has gone down. He was too slow there. For me, he was too slow there. What the hell was he doing? It was clean through there. Yeah, I do believe that Man United are the only one, Richard. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Man United fan. I think the history and heritage does play a huge part. I think it does play a huge part. History and heritage. Is Dembele. It's going to be a throw-in. He's kicked it out for a throw-in. Yeah, Stanisic basically froze there. You know, you've got to be assertive in those moments. You've got to be assertive in those moments. This is why I just think now, at the moment, looking at Bayern Munich, slightly PSG have the edge. There's a few players in that Bayern team for me that are like, yeah, you know what I mean? But with PSG, man for man, they're good. Defensively, I don't think they're fantastic. I think the team in the final will get chances against them. But the thing is, attacking-wise, it's just on another level. Here's Diaz. Diaz on the left-hand side, creating havoc again. Tar. Can Bayern Munich equalize? We've got 40 minutes gone, guys. Time has flown in this game. It really has flown by. Really has flown by. Upamecano. Elise's on the outside. He's now here with Elise. The danger man for Bayern Munich, in my opinion. Passes it into the box. Good play there. Very good skill. Bayern have had their chances, guys. The only problem is that PSG on the break is a problem, you know. Here come Bayern again. Chance for Elise. This time, 2-2. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. World class, guys. Absolutely fantastic goal. What a goal. What a game. What a goal. Sorry, guys. This is quality. This is brilliant. What a goal. 2-2. Brilliant. Lots of space, though. We're giving that. This is not a game for defenders, guys. This is not a game for defenders. But what a goal. What a game. This is what we're talking about. This is football. It's what a football I remember. But there's a lot of space there. I mean, what a strike, though. Bath. Right in the back of the net. Absolutely. What a goal. And what a game, guys. 2-2. A great time to score as well. My 3-2 score is on. Absolutely. It's on. Absolutely. 2-2. What a goal. Absolutely fantastic. Quality. We are quality left back Alvaro Carreras. We're letting go because we're stupid as a football club, DC. Absolutely. Poor keeping. Yeah, I think what happened, Richard, is that the ball sort of bounced up and he didn't expect it. So he thought the shot was going to be low. But because the ball bounced up, he ended up hitting it high. But that's the difference between a good goalkeeper. I mean, I think that Donnarumma would have saved that probably. They had Donnarumma last season. It's a brilliant game, Bobby. Proper game of football, mate. United Fan Channel were comparing Company to Carrick, by the way. I think, can I be honest with you, JTC? I'm not saying nothing about Company or Carrick, all right? But what I would say is that look at Bayern's team, look at our team. You know, it's very night and day, isn't it? You know, you look at their team is head and shoulders above our team, you know, and we have to be honest, you know. And what I would also say, can I just say this, guys? Winning breeds confidence. Winning breeds confidence. Winning titles brings confidence. The difference between Company and Michael Carrick, Company did his groundwork. Company went to Burnley, got Burnley promoted, and got relegated with Burnley. So even though he got relegated, he learned a lot in that period of time. He learned a lot about football in that period of time. About management. You nailed it there. This is football. I remember we fell in love with. Absolutely creepy. This is the football we loved, didn't it? Open, free-flowing football. Do you remember those days? My goodness me. What days they were, my friend. I don't know how long you've been watching football, Creeping Death, but I even talk about the Inter Milan of the 90s, and you talk about even Zamorano, R9, Zanetti, you know, Simeone, Paliuca in goal, you know, R9. Yeah. I mean, proper football those days, man. Absolutely. Le Mans would say that. Yeah. Le Mans is the best goalkeeper in the world, Richard. You know? You score 3, we score 4. Yeah. Best form of defense is attack. Best form of defense. Just go out there, be brave. You know, and that's what you do. You know what this game reminds me of? Man United against Barcelona in 1999. You remember the 3-3s, the 2 3-3 draws? In particular, the one at the Nou Camp. I was at that game. In 1999, the Nou Camp, you know. Trigger Kim, big up Trigger Kim. How are you doing? We are really far behind. We are just renting a place next season to just participate until last season. It depends what we do in the transfer market, but we are way behind these teams, yeah. However, we have beaten these teams before, you know, when we weren't expected to beat these teams. Look, can I be honest, Trigger Kim? I don't know if you've been watching Man United for a while, but Man United have no problem beating these type of teams. Let me tell you that right now. The problem Man United have, and this is why I think Man United will have a better chance of beating one of these teams in the final than Arsenal. Man United have problems against the teams they're supposed to beat, you know? But yeah, quality-wise, they are better than us, definitely. But I'm saying that I wouldn't rule Man United out because this is the type of games that Man United go and win. You know what I mean? We won at the Parc de France twice. Bayern might have been out of not for Camavinga yellow. True. Bayern are playing well, to be fair. Bayern are playing well. I think 2-2 is the right score. 1 minute added on. It just shows you how free-flowing the game has been. 2-2 for me is the right score. You know, but this shows you how you play football. Okay, look at Arteta. I would urge Arteta to watch this. You know, I don't think so. I think United will. You know, I think they can stand a chance. Both great teams, but I think Man United can beat them. Yeah. United can beat anyone on their day, but lose to anyone on their day. I think we can beat them. Rajat. Hello, Sal. Such a great game. Both ends very attacking. Loki, Bodo Glimt is our worst enemy. Who's that? Man City? Talk about Man City. Is Bodo Glimt is your worst enemy? Definitely. Would you sell Ahmad Sal and promote Lacey? Yes, Richard, 100%. PSG are claiming a penalty. You can't give a penalty for that. Oh, he gave his hand out a little bit. No, that would be too soft. His hand was by his side. I don't think you can give a penalty for that. I don't think you give a penalty for that. No way. You can't give a penalty for that. That's too soft. 2 minutes into injury time. Where's the game going? You can't give a penalty for that. It's too soft. No. Hand by the side, ball aimed at it. He aimed at his hand. He's going to give a penalty. Nah, I wouldn't have given a penalty there. I would not have given a penalty there. Would have expecting a close game, but 4 goals already. I did say 3-2 to PSG. Probably end 3-2 with this penalty. Nah, come on. You can't give a penalty for that. That's bullshit. You can't give a penalty for that. Nah. It's going to be a penalty. It won't. Come on, you can't give a penalty for that. It's on his side. And he's giving it. Nah, the game's gone with this, man. They can overturn it, you know. The game's gone with this. That's not a pen, man. But it's definitely, we knew it was going to be a pen. The problem is he put his hand out. VAR is useless. It's not VAR. It's the problem. It's the people running it is the problem, my friend JDC. The people running it is the problem. You know, football was better all round back then, mate. No, don't even want to argue it. Quicker, faster, skillful, more technical, better back then. Trust me. You think these teams are good? Man United 98, 99 was smashed these teams. Trust me. You don't understand how good teams were back then. You know, going to do VAR chat is mad, isn't it, mate? It's given. I mean, that should not be a penalty. I'm sorry. I want a fair game, but that shouldn't be a penalty. I hope Man United saves it. That's unfair. His hand's on his side. You can't just give a penalty. He aimed at his hand. He aimed at his hand as well. Goal 3-2 to PSG. Yeah. Dembele knows it's bullshit too. Yeah, because what they're doing is they get the ball and they'll aim at these hands. How can you give a penalty when you aim at the hand? You know, it's ridiculous. Richard, we need to go back to American football system and free changes a game, Sal. You know what I think? I just think we need better VAR. We need better people working on the VAR. People who know the game, who understand it better. I don't think people understand it. Imagine you lost this game, you get knocked out of the Champions League because of that. You know? It's got to be deliberate intent to handball. That's what it's got to be. Can I change the rules? I'm going to say this, right? If your arm is up like that, yes. If your arm's a little bit out to your side, no. Unless you hit it with your arm like that. If someone kicks the ball at your hand, how can you give a penalty? I don't know. But anyway, 3-2 to PSG. What a game anyway, guys. No way that was... I wouldn't have given that Rajat myself, no. I would have changed my... I would have looked at that VAR and said, nah, it's not a penalty. The referee got the payment before the game, yeah. Never in a million years, that's a pen. You can't give a pen for that. Half-time, guys, but what a game, guys. It's got everything so far. PSG are winning by 3-2. My prediction, if the game ended now, that's my prediction, is 3-2 to PSG, guys. That's my prediction. But what a game. Great game, guys. Refreshing to see a good game of football. It really is. The ball hit the body first. It can't be a penalty. It can't be a penalty. I'm just saying that players now are getting the ball and aiming at the hand. That's what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? What can I say? It's down by your side. It's no pen. I agree. Common sense needs to prevail, though, isn't it? You know. Rajat, don't think it was ever intentional. It's not intentional handball, no, because he aimed it at his hand. So if you know football, right, and you know when the player's going to move his hand, let me give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? This is what I've learned, and someone told me this in football, like a few months ago. When you're running, you know, people run like that, right? You know, when people run, they put their arms up sometimes. Players know when the arm goes up when you're running, and they know when to hit the ball. So just as your arm goes up, penalty. And it happened to Man United at Wembley once. The same thing. I think it was Michael Carrick conceded the penalty. And when you run like that, he ran up, his arm went up, penalty, you know. New updated 3-3. I'm going for 3-2. I'm staying with my prediction, Raja. I'm going to the bitter end, mate. Bitter end with my prediction. If Glenelg is watching this game and we have a crap transfer window, then I definitely know they have no ambition to win anything. All they want to do is make money. Let's wait and see. Look, mate, I don't have any hopes for Glenelg. I don't have any hopes for Ineos. You know, absolutely not. I have no hope for Ineos. You know, I don't trust them at all. Yo, so big up, Mark. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, bro. Good to see you. I don't think the handball will gets given in the Prem. No, it shouldn't be given. It's a poor penalty. And the fact that the referee still looked at it and still decided it was a penalty is a little bit worrying to me, because you're meant to look at deliberate handball. Hand to ball. You know, if Bayern go out of the Champions League because of that, I'll be absolutely fuming. But I think, to be fair, honestly, I don't think Bayern mind losing this by 1 goal. I think they're right by losing by 1 goal. If it's 3-2 or something like that, I think they've still got a chance in the alliance, in my opinion. Leeson is hi Sal, shit referee. That's not a penalty. Yeah, it's the VAR, to be honest. And the referee needs to be strong to overturn it. Every single time they go to the VAR screen, they give a penalty. Ain't they meant to look at it objectively? Ain't they meant to look at it critically and say, is this a penalty though? Right? And they look at it and they still give a penalty. It reminds me of when, when that penalty against Man United happened. Why did he go to the TV monitor going through emotions? They was wanting to give the penalty, bro. I agree, chat. And they never go against their guy upstairs. They never go against him because it makes their guy look incompetent. It's stupid. You know what we need, guys? We need AI to do this. We don't need these VAR assistants there. We need AI, that they measure it and calculate it, whether it's a penalty and things like that. Raja, 3-2, think that they'll take it also if it ends 3-3. I think they'll take 3-3. If they lose 4-2, then it's curtains for me. But if it's by 1 goal, they still got an opportunity in this game. I think absolutely got an opportunity. But guys, I'm entertained. I'm loving it. I'm loving the game. I am entertained. It's good to see some good football. So the EPL get Champions League places if Villa, Forest win Europa. What if Crystal Palace also win the Conference League? They get Europa League, mate. That's what happens. They get Europa League. England will only get 6 places if Aston Villa finish outside the top 5. So basically, if Aston Villa finish 6th and win the Europa League, they get Champions League plus the 5 teams up the top 5. So England gets 6. If Aston Villa finish 4th and win the Europa League, England get 5. Right? So that's how it works. But Conference League gets you Europa League, I think. So you could have, I think, 3 teams in the Europa League and 6 teams in the Champions League. Yeah. 10 years' time, we are going to hear VAR officials guilty of taking bribes. Yeah, I think the referees are dodgy. Have you heard the news, guys? Stuart Atwell, who didn't give the penalty for Ahmad against Bournemouth, but sent off Maguire in the game against Bournemouth, the 2-2 draw a few weeks ago, will be the VAR assistant at Man United against Liverpool game. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? Anyone with a brain would have thought, no, we're not going to give him a Man United game for a while, right? What they've done, they put him in the VAR room. Expect bad decisions on Sunday, guys. Expect bad decisions. There has to be some kind of speed stars for the VAR. You're looking at the milliseconds. It took worse. Yeah, exactly that, Mark. Exactly that. And what the players are doing, as I said, is that they're aiming at the hand because they know it's going to be given. No, so anything now that touches the hand is a penalty. I don't get it. I really don't. But we're being entertained, guys. And what I would say about it, though, guys, enjoy it. Because tomorrow we'll be sitting there. I'll be like this with my coffee. Oh, goodness me. When's this game going to end? Do you know what's going to happen, guys? I said it. You know what's going to happen? It's going to be Arsenal 0. Atletico Madrid 0. And then in the second leg, it's going to be Arsenal 0, Atletico Madrid 0. And Arsenal will score after 120 minutes and they're going to deprive me of even a penalty shootout. That's what's going to happen, guys. It's going to be painful. Ineos can't watch this game and think that our squad is quality. No way. There's levels to this game, mate. There's levels to this game. Look, look at their squad. I would urge people to look at Bayern Munich and PSG's bench. Go and have a look. Every single one of those players will get in our team. Right? Most of them. Apart from maybe the goalkeeper and this and that. But most of those players, Barcola and players like that ilk, will get into our team. You know what I mean? We got Creeping Death. They want us to lose badly. They do. They don't want us to go to the chat. They don't want us. It's rigged because they need this top four to the end of the season. Honestly, low-key, I just think they don't want Man United in the champ. I don't think they like Man United. I think there's a conspiracy against Man United. And I'm not just saying that. I've been thinking this for a couple of years now in particular. Ever since Alex Ferguson left, to be honest, decisions have been going again and again and again against Man United. There's actually a compilation on Twitter, United Vault, go and check him out. There's actually a compilation on Twitter of the decisions that have gone against Man United in recent years. It's incredible. When you go back, some of them you've forgotten about, you know. It's incredible, some of the decisions that have gone against Man United. Absolutely. Raja, João Neves is an all-round midfielder. He can do about anything, pass, shoot, free kicks, attacking, defending. But we got Ugarte, didn't we, Raja? Didn't we? It wasn't expected for Dina to start. He's half injured. He's a brilliant player as well, you know. PH wasn't a corner and no pen. Bayern are being robbed. I agree with you, mate. I agree. They'll be feeling aggrieved right now. Right now, they'll be feeling aggrieved. It would be a beautiful thing to see Atletico score multiple goals with counter-attacks from corners. It'd be beautiful to see Arsenal get knocked out. Yeah. Won't take Nicky Jackson from Bayern Munich, but most out of BM and be walking to the manager. I think Nicky Jackson's all right. I think he's underrated. I think he went to Chelsea, which was the wrong move for him. He could play left midfield. He could play right midfield. 10 goals this season, by the way, 4 assists. I would say that, you know, Barcola for me would be an absolutely brilliant signing. Yeah, a lot of their players would arguably get in the Man United team. I'm really questioning having to watch tomorrow. I'm really questioning the game. These are 90 minutes of football that I'll never get back because it will be totally defensive, criminal. You know what, Mandem? You know, you got to go through mate. You got to go through the trenches with me, mate. You got to go through the trenches. I'm doing it tomorrow. I'm doing the watch along. You got to be here, mate. Even though it's painful, I'm going to suffer as well, mate. We're suffering together. We're sitting there watching Arsenal suffering together, mate. We suffer together. We celebrate together. We suffer together. You know, and we're going to have to watch that game tomorrow. And we're going to have to, I don't know, you know, lots of coffee. Lots and lots of substances. Mark, 1,000%, the current MEC squad is okay, not nowhere near Bayern or PSG. Those squads are stacked. They're stacked with quality. And this is what we're talking about, Mark, isn't it? You know, if we're really serious about becoming a proper football club. But let me just tell you something, guys. And I want to argue things critically, right? You would be lying if you knew who was Barcola and Pacho and Mendes before they went to PSG, you know? And that's what I'm talking about. It's also about their development. It's also about their coming to the team and development. Because let's say, for argument's sake, Mbumo went to PSG. You can guarantee you that Mbumo would be progressing right now, wouldn't you? You know, you can guarantee that would be banging in the goals in the top corner, wouldn't you? It's all to do with the environment. It's all to do with the culture at the football club. That's what it is. We don't have the environment. We don't have the winning mentality in the football club. You know, and that's the thing. We don't have an identity. We don't have a style of play, you know. Nikki. My scenarios are kindly wrapped my shirt today to be off to Derby match. Big up, Nikki. Good to see you. This game is just embarrassing to the Premier League games. The problem is these are the only 2 teams good in their league. That's the problem. England have got multiple good teams. Not on that level, but England have got multiple good teams, isn't it? That's the problem. You know, it's hard in Premier League. Will Mikel and Arsenal do Simeone and let come Haram? But it's going to be Haram FC, guys. This guy, guys. You know, honestly, it's going to be Haram Ball at the Stafdullah Stadium. You know, it's honestly, you know, we shouldn't be subjected to this sort of thing. It's evil. The refereeing decisions these days so atrocious that it dictates the results of games. Absolutely, there needs to be a total refereeing review because these guys are getting away with murder and costing teams millions, man. Millions. It could be the difference between Bayern Munich winning the Champions League and Bayern Munich going out of the Champions League. It's the difference, you know. Man, it's spot on. Even look at the cohesion of both teams. You can tell the culture and the club is different. Yeah. Don't care. I'm attacking. I'm going to win. I'm better than you. That sort of thing, you know? That sort of mentality. I'm attacking. Forget all this 3 at the back, 4 at the back, 5 at the back business. I'm going to play football and I'm going to beat you because that's what Man United used to do, you know? Rafinha was at Leeds, yeah. It's all about culture at the football club, mate. Let me give you an example. I give you a prime example. Man United, Alex Ferguson, Michael Carrick, Rio Ferdinand, right? Nemanja Vidic, all these players, right? Dimitar Berbatov, you know, play for Tottenham, play for Leeds, you know, play for West Ham, someone, play for, you know, it's what we're talking about here, you know, and they won still. They won still. They still won, you know. It's all about the mentality, isn't it? Raja, who is the Bayern Munich coach for today? Since I've forgotten his name. Dansk, whatever. That's his name. Mandem. That's why I'm really saying I really question tomorrow's game. I wouldn't even want to get paid to go and watch that live. I mean, you know, it's the first leg in the Metropolitano. I've been there. It's a nice stadium. You're a very nice stadium. I've been there. It is a very nice stadium, to be fair. I hope that Atletico Madrid win the game 2-0 or 3-0. And it will make the game in the second leg much more of a spectacle because Arsenal would have to come out. You know what I mean? If Arsenal win 2 or 3-0, then I don't think Atletico have the capabilities away from home to go and attack Arsenal. I really do hope that Atletico win the game 2-0, so Arsenal have to come out, and there will be a much more of a better game, you know? But you have to come to the game, guys. Man, it's part of the contract, my guy. We have to go. You have to watch the game. You have to watch the game with me. You have to suffer with me. It will probably be a snooze fest, better game to stay. This should have been the final. Lima's coming on for Bayern Munich. It should have been the final. 100% should have been the final. Lima's a good player. Ready for the second half, guys. At this rate, it's going to be 6-4 or 6-5. Can it? Nah. I think I'm getting carried away here. Bayern will be kicking off the second half, guys. Ready for the second half. Dembele looks serious. Here we go. Ready for this kickoff, guys. Are we ready? Go on, Bayern Munich. Go on, get a 3-3. Go. Mandem, just have a pillow close by tomorrow, as it will surely be a boring game. I'll be amazed if it turns up to be a good game. Look at what Arsenal did. Is there anything I can do? Is there some sort of AI that can replace me? Is it possible I can buy those glasses with the eyes on them, painted on them? Shall I get one of those glasses with the painted eyes on them? Maybe I should do that. Mark, I really miss Cavani brought to the squad. Cavani's a good player. Good goal scorer, mate. Played for PSG, didn't he? And Man United. Winning team will come from the bracket. It's more chances than BM or PSG winning Champions League. I don't see anyone stopping any one of these sides in the final. I don't think Atletico Madrid or Arsenal beat these teams in the final. Unless there's some suspensions, you know, I can't see any of these teams beating Arsenal. I can't see any of these teams losing to Arsenal or Atletico Madrid. Company had a good view of the game positionally from where he was sat. I wonder if he saw the weaknesses. He'd probably be on the phone, isn't it, to his colleague, and he'd be dishing out instructions and things like that. You know, whoever is going to advance to the final is going to win for me. Isn't the guy coaching Bayern today the same one who coached Villa for 2 games? Not sure. Winning the first one 4-0 and losing the second one 4. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. His name's Danks. Something Danks. Yeah, I don't remember. Guys, you know what is an entertaining game? Can I tell you what is an entertaining game? Aston Villa against Nottingham Forest in the Europa League semi-final. That's more entertaining than Arsenal against Atletico Madrid. Yeah, I can't wait for that one. That one's more entertaining, to be honest. Absolutely. Guys, don't forget to smash a like if you haven't already, guys. Let's get up to 50. Team 50 every single stream, guys, at least. We have to get there, guys. We have to get to the 50 before anything else. Raja, Company is probably allowed to watch it from his hotel. How would he watch the game? He's allowed to be in the stands, mate, I think. At least I think he is. Is Anderson worth 100, sir? Yes. Not my money. Spend the money. He's going to go to Man City and they'll get better. You know? You have to pay for quality. It's simple as that. You know, these people go out there. Yes, we're not going to spend 120 million on Anderson. Yes, get in there, Ineos. Not for me. You want the best, you go and get the best. It's as simple as that, you know. Liverpool went out and bought Florian Wirtz, right? Whether that was right or wrong, they spent 150 million on him. They had to. Now, if they want the best. That'd be more entertaining than the garbage we'll have to be subjected to. I apologize in advance, United manager Mandem. I apologize in advance. Even with Henry and the like, Arsenal were known for boring. 1-0 to the Arsenal. 1-0 to the Arsenal came from George Graham back in 1994-95. That changed when Arsene Wenger walked into the club. They actually made a song, 1-0 to the Arsenal, after winning the Cup Winners' Cup in 1994 when they beat Parma 1-0. A very good Parma side that included the likes of Faustino Asprilla, Gianfranco Zola, Thomas Brolin. And they made a song about it. The Cup Winners' Cup, of course, doesn't exist anymore, you know, just to clarify. Or the Intertoto Cup and things like that. I really would love Michael Elise at Manchester United. No, not now, mate. We missed the boat on that. We were linked to Elise when he was at Crystal Palace, you know. But can I just say, this is exactly what I've been talking about earlier on. Think about Elise, right? Look at his development. Look at his development. He's gone from Crystal Palace to Bayern Munich, and he's gone to a next level. He was good at Crystal Palace. He weren't this good. Do you know what I mean? It's all about the culture and the environment that is improving his game. He's now becoming one of the best, probably the best winger in the world. You know, I just hate Arsenal. I think everyone does, mate. I was raised in London, creeping death, right? Here come. Let me just watch this. Diaz. Oh, he gave the ball away. Yeah, I was raised in London, and everyone supported Arsenal around me. Everyone. And everywhere I go in the world, they tell me about Arsenal fans. They tell me how bad Arsenal fans are. Here's Kvaratskhelia. Good chance. Good tackle. That one's not going to be a penalty. Yeah, PSG are looking for penalties. They are looking. Come on. They are looking for penalties, PSG. I don't like that about the game. He kicked his leg. Come on, man. He kicked his leg. You're trying to tell me that's... Come on, man. Come on. Imagine he gave a penalty for that. Can I say that? You know what that reminds me of? I don't know if you guys have seen the invincible season from Arsenal, and Arsenal played Portsmouth at Highbury, right? And there was Arsenal were going to lose that game. And they had a penalty like that where Robert Perez kicked the leg of the Portsmouth player, and they gave a penalty. I don't know if you guys remember that. Every Arsenal fan I've known in life has been I said it before on this channel, Creeping Death, that in my lifetime of 40-odd years watching football, I've only had one compliment from an Arsenal fan about Man United. One. And that was my next-door neighbor. I had next-door neighbors who were Arsenal fans, right? One compliment, and that was when we won the treble. And all he said was, Arsenal Man United are a pretty good team, innit? No shit, Sherlock. We just won the treble. Of course we are, you know? Yeah. Those who know. We know the cheating that was happening, Creeping Death. We know. You know what I mean? We know that scamming right there. Absolute scammers. We know that's scamming right there, you know. 50 minutes gone, guys. 3-2 to PSG still. Big up everyone who's joining the stream, guys. Really appreciate you, guys. Been a long one. Thank you for joining me for the last show, Chatterbox as well, guys. It was a good show. Good debates. I mean, some of the debates we get into, mate, you know, people saying that Angelo Stiller lacks physicality to play in the Premier League. Couldn't believe what I was hearing, mate. Can't believe. Pompey. Was you at that game, Creeping Death? What was you doing at that game, mate? What the hell was you doing at that game? You're an Inter fan. What are you doing at that game? What's the most random game you guys have been to? I've been to loads of League One games. Oh, I've been to loads of League One games. I've been to the Madrid derby. That was a random one. I went to Atletico Madrid against Real Madrid when Beckham and Zidane were playing for Real Madrid at the Bernabeu. I've been to Real Madrid against Getafe, in Getafe. I went to Arsenal versus RC Lens. Oh, close from Bayern Munich there. They've had a couple of chances here. I went to Arsenal against RC Lens. Dennis Bergkamp with the only goal. England versus Netherlands at Wembley. The 4-1. Was it the 4-1? That was a good game. Was that the 4-1 one at Euro 96? If you were at that game, that weren't a random game. That's a good game. It's a big game. The 4-1 in Euro 96, that was, I mean, Euro 96 was. Been to England, Tunisia. Been to England against Saudi Arabia at Wembley, 0-0, the old Wembley. Some of the most random game, guys, that you wouldn't even think. Leyton Orient against Brentford. Can I tell you, I've got the best one, though. I've got the best one. I went to Leyton Orient against Wales, the international team. So League Division 2 team, Leyton Orient, Division 3 back then, against Wales. Wales that included Ryan Giggs and Mark Hughes and John Hartson and Chris Coleman and all them guys there. It was, and the score was Leyton Orient 2, Wales 1. That was the score. Leyton Orient beat Wales. Look at it online. Look at it online. You'll see it. About 1995, 96, I was at that game. The most random game you ever know. Wales are trying to prepare for qualification and stuff. Liga Warsaw versus Lech Poznan. Such a fierce atmosphere, but good game. Wait, so that's in Poland, right? Must have been. The game I dream of going to is River Plate against Boca Juniors. That's the game I want to go to. It was sold out this week. River Plate against Boca Juniors, completely sold out. Yeah. My local club here is Al Jazeera in the UAE League, Abu Dhabi. Here come PSG, big space, massive space, good affiliate, 4-2, guys. 4-2, wide open, bad defending from Bayern Munich. Mikel never takes accountability and never gives respect to other teams. It's excuses every time, so damn annoying. Yeah, and I hope he gets bloody. I hope he gets what's coming to him this season. I really do. You know, I'm going to be doing the World Cup watch-alongs, guys. Great goal from PSG. They are walking away with this now, guys. Oh, look. The one thing about PSG, right, about Bayern Munich, they can't lose by 2 goals. They got to go out there and, like, if they lose, they can't lose by 2 goals. They have to at least lose by 1. You know, that is enough. When you lose by 2 goals, it becomes a little bit of a joke. It's not away goals anymore. But it's a good finish again for Kvaratskhelia. A very good finish. What is Manuel Neuer doing? What is Manuel Neuer doing? He's diving away from the football. What the hell is he doing? 4-2. Watching this PSG side is makes me wonder why Luis Enrique would choose us when he has a team to win. Because he's achieved everything, Bernard. If he wins the Champions League again, he's achieved everything. And managing in the Premier League, what better incentive, right, than to go to a club like Man United and build Man United and make Man United great again? He will have a statue outside, you know. Everyone knows PSG got endless pockets, you know. Everyone knows that, you know. For example, Luis Enrique managed Lazio. He didn't have endless pockets and nothing happened, you know. I think they're going to do that back-to-back Champions Leagues, to be honest. I hope they do. I mean, I don't want Atletico or Arsenal to win the Champions League. Anyway, here come Bayern Munich. It's not over yet. They're playing well, Bayern Munich, but defensively, they're poor, man. They're very poor. Here comes Doué. Doué on the break, guys. 5-2. Oh, my goodness me. They're falling away. They're crumbling here, guys. Great finish. Oh, my goodness me. Good finish. 5-2. It's game over, guys, at this point. It's game over. They've capitulated. They've completely capitulated, Bayern Munich. Completely capitulated. What's going on with them? Too much space, guys. Too much space. They're not tactical enough. I think they've been awful. I think anyone would have beaten Bayern Munich today, the way they're playing. Honestly. I think Man City would have beaten Bayern Munich today. Honestly. Honestly, the way that Bayern Munich are playing now, they're too open. Way too open. What are Bayern going to do now? Now they've got to go out there and now they've got to at least get a couple of more goals back. Is it offside? Is it offside? Ciao. Arsenal fans are moaning this game is too open. No self-awareness. The game is too open for Bayern. Bayern have been tactically inept for me. I'll be honest, guys. It's an entertaining game, but Bayern have been way too open. I actually think that, you know, I actually think that Man City will beat this Bayern team today. But Luso will be a risk at United. Carrick is a safer option. Oh, God. I know, mate. I know. Oh, goodness me. I love Ahmad to do what Dewey did. Ahmad wouldn't get that far at the pitch, mate. He gets scared as soon as he gets close to the box. Keeping attacking them and more Peter Cats and PSG be exploiting. They've actually screwed the game for themselves. Bayern have screwed the game for themselves. You know, I know that they had a dodgy penalty, but you know, Bayern have screwed this game. There's a super team, yeah. Bayern have screwed the game for themselves. Here come PSG again. He's out. He's free again. Kvaratskhelia. Luis Enrique is really something else, man. He's got a good team, innit? That's the thing. He's backed. That's the difference. Cannot see United, Arsenal Sporting beating them. No chance, mate. No chance. The only thing that helps, the only thing that could help Arsenal if there's suspensions and things like that or injuries. There is no chance that Arsenal team who got annihilated by a weak Man City team in a League Cup final can go anywhere close to this team. No chance. And I hope they don't. Miracle Carrick, it's over for Bayern. Yeah. Unless they get a couple of goals back, it is over. I don't see them winning 3-0. Doesn't look like they have learned either. Still wide open. Yeah. Naive. Sometimes, this is what I'm talking about. Let me just say something about managers, right? Let me just say something. This is what I'm talking about, overhyping company and things like that. These are the games you need tactics. I guarantee you, if Ancelotti, Jose Mourinho, even Ruben Amorim was managing this game, it wouldn't be like this. It wouldn't be like this. Honestly, these are the type of games where tactically you get exposed, right? This is the kind of thing I'm talking about. I don't even think Carrick will leave us that wide open, but anyway. If they want some chances, they need another 2. Yeah, they need to at least score 1 more. This 2 goals is not the end of the world. They can get 2 goals. However, 3 goals is pushing it. I don't think they'll get 3 goals. It'd have to be an absolute generational performance. Musiala here. And collected by the goalkeeper. Both teams are playing like they want to win more than 7 goals. Tomorrow it will be who play for the low block better than and scumbag a goal. Oh, God. I said it. I said it. Tomorrow's going to be a contrast, night and day. It's going to be night and day. Remember when Liverpool slapped United? United wouldn't stop attacking and just conceded time and time again. Stop attacking, yeah. You remember when sometimes, look, what Bayern needed to do, right? Bayern needed to come out in the second half and say, okay, 3-2. It's not a bad score. It's not the best score in the world, but it's not a bad score. Let's see. Let's keep it tight, and let's see if we can nick a goal. Make it 3-3. Away at PSG? Why not? You know? Luis Enrique is not scoring. Luis Enrique is not scoring. PSG has ridiculously good players. This team will dominate if a banana tree is coaching. He built this team, by the way, with young players, not necessarily Galacticos. He built this team, and I think he's a very good manager. I really do. He's a very good. He's the best manager in the world, mate. You see what he did to look, guys. You can have good players, but you got to coach them players into a team. Zaire Emery came from the youth. You know, Doué. You know, these players, no one knows. You know, before they went to PSG, and you'd be lying if you knew who they was. Park the bus for 5 minutes at least. Only 20 people watching. Big up says verification. Yeah, 20 people. It's about quality rather than that. Why don't you check out my music pages? They've got millions of views, mate. You might get a little bit jealous if you saw that, mate. You know, at the end of the day, if you saw, I've got 20 legends watching me today. Goal. Game on. 5-3. Well played. Good game. Good game. Yeah, I got 20 legends watching me today, my friend. But if you want to see my other music channels that have got millions of views, you know what I mean? Then feel free to go over there, because I'm sitting in Abu Dhabi and you're sitting in a barn somewhere in a council estate. So good luck to you, mate. Absolutely. Right. 5-3. Big game. Game on, guys. Game on. Game flipping on. One more, and it's game on. You know, one more. If they get, they can 5-4. I don't think it's bad. It's a wicked game though. Wicked game. Game of the tournament. 2 goals deficit is difficult, but it's not impossible, Rajat. That's what I would say. It's not impossible. This is why Bayern Munich needed to keep it tight and be more tactical. This is exactly why, you know, because you can get a goal like that and it might have been 3-3. You know, they've just gone mad. They had a moment, a fluster, you know. Enrique built this squad from the ground up, from the goalkeeper up to the forwards front line. He really did the groundwork at this club, exactly, and he didn't buy bloody Galacticos players. He got rid of Mbappe in Messi and players like that. Do you know what I mean? You know. I did. Creeping Dev. I was joking though. I did say that. I won't take the credit for that, but I did say 6-4 at this rate. Better 20p than hundreds who spout a bullshit like United stand. Yeah, thank you, Bernard. Losers, come on in, mate. Look, at the end of the day, I've got 14,000 legends who subscribe to me, mate. I've only been around a year doing live content and stuff like that. People just want to be, you know, trying to banter because they're losers. Do you know what I mean? That's it. At the end of the day, you know, probably a bot account, probably from someone who don't like me going on their account and just saying these things. You know, you always get one. Never mind. Very good game, though, Formula. What's going on? Hope you're doing well. Very good game. 5-3. Who would have thought? Bayern get one more. Game on. Game on. Mbappe might really be the dictator, you know. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it's not even about, you know, Galacticos. It's about mentality in it and your influence on the team and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? By the way, how they score off goals, it's about compact defending. Yeah, you have to defend sometimes. Football is a defensive game as well. You have to learn how to defend at the right times. You know, this is PSG. You know what I mean? You're not playing Stoke. You know what I mean? You have to defend a little bit sometimes. Then maybe they will get through. Bro's had a bad day and trying to ruin someone else's probably needs a hug. It's probably someone who's jealous or something like that. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, I have hundreds of people. I have 1,000 views on my videos every single day. You know, this month I've had 50,000 views on my channel. You know, at the end of the day, I've had over 2 million on this channel, right? And I've got legends who subscribe to this. I've got some of the best subscribers I can even imagine, you know? And that's what I would say. 5-4! What a finish from Diaz. What a goal. Wow. What a goal. Oh, he's offside. Is he gonna go to VAR? Yeah, he's off, mate. He's off by a toe. Next season that won't be off. He's off by a toe, mate. I think he's off by a toe. He's gonna. I don't know. Let's see the replay. Mandem. Also, there's lots of bots. Just look at the comments section in the big channels. Always nonsensical comments, outrageous statements. Yeah, you know, I have ideas of who they are. That's the thing. I know who they are. You know, I know there's a few people who get a little bit bitter on my channel. They're like, you know, go. It is an offside. It's 5-4. My goodness me, guys! It's 5-4. What a game, guys. 5-4. What a game. This is the best game I've seen in 10 years, 20 years, guys. Come on. We're talking about a proper game here. My 6-4 is on. My 6-4 is on. How much money would I get for that? If I put a bet on 6-4, how much would I get for that? 6-4. How much? It's close, yeah. But what a finish, though, from Diaz. My goodness me. Unbelievable. What a game. 5-4. Now, if I was Bayern Munich now, I would sit back and say, we'll take this and see what we can do. I would, you know, we got, 20 minutes to go? I would say, look, keep it tight, keep it compact, right? And that one goal is not the end of the world. We get one at the Alliance, it's level. You know what I mean? Stephen, this is what the Champs is all about. Absolutely. What I remember it being, you know, we got the penalty wrong. Give the goal. Yeah, true. Barcola's on. Doué is off, guys. Luckily, my dad gave me a day off from work. That's an amazing game. Absolutely buzzing. Good to have you here as well, Rajat. Thanks, mate. What a touch. Brilliant touch, brilliant finish. Liverpool made a huge mistake getting rid of Diaz. That's what I'm talking about. A huge mistake. Neither of these two teams can defend. Yeah, that's true. I think, you know, but what I would say, I think they'll have a different approach in the final. He's also very good, yeah. He looked offside. Oh, no. Next season's going to be interesting because the offside rule is changing, isn't it? You know. Yeah, Barcola's brilliant, JDC. That's what I'm talking about, squad depth, JDC. The squad depth is just incredible. The squad depth is incredible. You know, absolutely amazing squad depth. Incredible squad depth. Let's go, guys. Mandem. Right now, Atletico and Arsenal are watching this with a bad mood because they have to play football tomorrow. Today's game has to set the bar really high. No pressure, Arsenal and Atletico. No pressure. You know, the bar is very high at the moment. Absolutely. The bar is very, very high. Do you know what I mean? There you go. Richard. Time to do what Carrick did on Monday and put an extra defender. I agree, Richard, to be honest. Sometimes you just got to be humble. You do. Say 5-4. We got away with that today. We got away with that today. We could have got smacked up, but we didn't. We lost by a goal, right? And that's what I would do, you know? JDC, Mbaye from PSG is leaving because of the game time. We can try and sign him. Yeah, there's a lot of good players they've got, JDC. I think this is why I'm saying, even with Barcola, Man United were linked to him, because he's not playing every game, and PSG. Look, PSG, if they win the Champions League this season, they've completed football. Just think about this, right? PSG never won a European trophy in their history before last year. Now they might win 2 Champions Leagues. It's like London buses, 2 come at the same time. Tomorrow we are going to watch Haram Ball. Yes, so say your prayers. Both teams aren't bad defending. It's just that both can score many goals. Oh, they're bad defending, Mandem. Come on, Mandem. They're very bad at defending. They're not defending. They're not bad at defending. They're bad at tactically. The tactics are wrong. That is bad defending. Look at that. That's bad. Look, the space is in behind. The defending has not been the pride of the game today. Maybe Mbaye's at 18. He's electric. Lots of good players, mate. But don't worry, guys. We've got JJ Gabriel and we got Shea Lacey. Why don't we give our young players a chance, eh? Why don't Carrick give our young players a chance? If we win against Liverpool next week and we get in the Champions League, right? I want to see the youngsters play some game time. I want some game time for the youngsters. Do you know what I mean? Comes young manager, you think he'd will learn? Yeah, he will learn. I wonder how ticket prices differ from the game and Arsenal. Arsenal's more expensive. I'll tell you that right now. Arsenal got one of the most expensive tickets in Europe. You know that. And they got one of the most expensive season tickets as well. Sal, what are your thoughts on Joshua Kimmich? Very good player, mate. Always has been. Brilliant player. We love him at Man United. Brilliant player. We love him at Man United. The snooker has been insanely good today. I need to hire someone to do my watch along tomorrow. Oh, almost 5-5. 5-4, good Lord. I'm on the road. I checked the 5-4. Damn it. You're missing a classic, my guy. You're missing a classic. JJ Gabriel will be a first-team player next season. He'll be playing first-team football for PSG. You know that. If he was at PSG, he'd be playing first-team football next season. Trust me. JDC, what's your thoughts on Endrick? Very good player. Smashing it at Lyon. He's on loan. I think he's a very good player. I think Man United should go for him. I really do. Rajat. Don't think coaches really like these kind of wide open matches, especially not experienced coaches like Ancelotti, Pep. If Ancelotti, for example, or Pep Guardiola was in charge, it wouldn't be 5-4. It wouldn't be. The defending would be much more compact. Yeah. You got to know where to defend and attack. But if this ends 5-5, fair play. Classic game, though. One of the all-time Champions League greats, guys, and that's saying a lot. One of the all-time, if not the all-time Champions League games, all-time classic. Even Troops just admitted that tomorrow will be Saddam versus Bin. Yeah. You mean Donald Trump against George Bush, you mean? JDC. Ancelotti beats this PSG team, yeah. Troops is a crackhead, mate. Anyway. He's funny, though. All right. Allegedly. Raja. Kind of worried about Liverpool game. Though home is a good look. Yeah, they probably turn up for that game, Rajat. They probably turn up for the game, definitely. The players are already paid a lot. Entertaining should be number one priority. Trophy should be a reward for that. Absolutely. It's just so much money involved, creeping death, isn't it? That people, it stifles the game, doesn't it? Like I said about extra time the other day, creeping death. I said that extra time is so pointless because they both cancel each other out, don't they? And they're scared. No doubt. Absolutely. Yeah. Roger. United will beat Liverpool. Come on, Richard. We got to solidify Champions League football. That's what we need to do. We don't have a single player that can take anyone on. No, we don't. No, we used to. We don't anymore. We used to be the best at that. We used to be the best guys at that sort of thing. Fabian Ruiz with the yellow card. We all want to see a penalty shootout anyway. I would love to see. Yeah, tomorrow I want, like, if anything, they can give me Atletico Madrid against Arsenal in the 2 legs. They can give me a penalty shootout. You know, we have to watch 2 legs, by the way. You know, 2 legs of Arsenal against Atletico. You know, double punishment. It's double punishment. Goretzka's coming on, I think. It's a free kick to Bayern Munich here. You got to join us, JDC. JDC, it's in the contract. You got to join us for that. You got to suffer with us, mate. We suffer together as a community. Yeah, Goretzka's on now. Goretzka's on now, JDC. There's plenty of players in the under-18s that can beat A-players out. Yeah, why don't they play him? I think Armad's a little bit overrated. I'm sorry. Corner to Bayern Munich here. Looking to make it 5-5. Would you believe it? 5-5. Would you believe it? Can you believe it? They're looking to make it 5-5. Short corner taken by Elise. And straight in the goalkeeper's hand. Watch this game and obliged to watch behind ball tomorrow. Yeah. Arman needs to be sold. He does. People gaslight some players in our team too highly, though. You know, they gaslight us into believing there's something that they're not. And I've seen great players at Man United. You know, I've seen great players. This is the thing. It's so frustrating for me because I've seen great players at Man United. You know, and people think these players are at the level. You know, it's ridiculous. Remember when away goals used to matter? If away goals mattered, Bayern Munich would be very happy right now. Very happy. They just need to win 1-0 at the Alliance, and that would have been it. Yellow card for Hakimi. Do not get suspensions. This is what Arsenal are looking at, and Atletico, they're looking at suspensions, man. Don't get suspensions. Ahmad's still playing left like a wing-back. He is, yeah. I preferred him as a wing-back. Lacey could have been and deserved more minutes. Yeah, look, guys, you know, one thing I will say about Michael Carrick, if I'm critical, is that one of the sticks that they used to beat Ruben Amorim with was the fact he doesn't play any youth. What youth has Michael Carrick played since he's been at Man United? Let's be totally honest about it, guys, you know? What youth has he played? You know? Mark, as I said, it sounds mean, but most of the current squad are bench quality. They're not even that, you know. People think I'm crazy when I said that Ahmad isn't even as good as Luke Chadwick. He's not. You know, I've seen good things from Ahmad, but I've seen better things from Luke Chadwick. And this is what I'm talking about, you know, and where the level's gone. Now, let me just give you a scenario, right, guys? I want to give you this scenario. Now, you remember Aaron Lennon, who used to play for Tottenham Hotspur? He used to play on the wing, played for England as well a couple of times. Now, he was a very tricky winger, small, low center of gravity. He plays a little bit like Ahmad, right? He was better than Ahmad. But was he good enough for Man United? No, right? So that's what we're talking about. So why is Ahmad good enough for Man United? Please tell me. Like, why? Elise is good enough for Man United. Those are players we should be looking at. You know what I mean? That sort of quality. You know, the fitness for both teams is incredible. This has been full pace for 80 minutes. It's been incredible. Exactly. Fitness is very key there, mate. Exactly that. Richard, under 18s will win the FA Youth Cup for the 9th time, May. 9th of May. Come on. Come on. Then bring them through. Bring them through, man. Bring some of them through. I'm telling you. Even Rodrigo against Real Madrid, that unbelievable comeback against Man City is probably getting sold now. Yeah. I think there's a few players who play for Real Madrid at the moment a little bit overrated. Let me just say that right now. All right. The funniest thing is, if I could pick any player to play for Man United, it'd probably be Carvajal out from Real Madrid. Carvajal, Arda Güler. I would like him. Maybe a Brahim Diaz. Maybe a Carreras, but we should have him anyway. We should have him anyway. This game gives me so much confidence, and that if we were to beat, that they're going to beat Arsenal easily, mate. I'm telling you, easily. If there's no suspensions, if everything works out the way it is, if there's no suspensions, they're going to beat them easily. Absolutely. Definitely need to improve our squad depth. Yes, Rajat, 100%, mate. 100%. Here come Bayern. Another chance of Bayern here. Elise, chance. Oh, he's tried to loop it. What do you think? Jose Mourinho going back to Real Madrid? Temporarily, yeah, I think that he's not the same guy. I honestly don't think Mourinho's a decent manager anymore. I think he's not the manager he was. And I think it's a little bit desperation from Real Madrid. I don't know what they're looking for. Maybe they're looking for a little bit of discipline. Maybe they're looking for someone to put everyone in order, because I have heard that there's a lot of toxic things going on at Real Madrid at the moment. And I think that they're trying to stop that from spreading at the football club. I think in that aspect, it's a good appointment for Real Madrid because Jose Mourinho will put players in order. But you really have put the cat amongst the pigeons. You really have put the cat amongst the pigeons, and you really are, you put this manager there, and it's going to be interesting. It's going to be box office, that's for sure. I'm looking forward to seeing Barcelona against Real Madrid now, like old days. Fede is my favorite. Yeah, very good. So, random question: do you think players like Sterling, Rashford, etc., would have better careers away from the Prem? Sterling had a good career, I think. I think Sterling did all right. I think Sterling did the best of the ability that he had. He done well for England, did well for Liverpool to an extent, and Man City won titles. So I think he had a good career. In regard to Rashford, they would have a better career if they humbled themselves a little bit. What I would say is that if Rashford said, right, I'm not going to sign for Barcelona, I'm going to sign for Dortmund, I'm going to sign for Juventus, I'm going to sign for someone like that, rather than saying, I want to play for Barcelona, because the competition is too great. I think they rate themselves. It's good to have confidence, don't get me wrong, but I think they rate themselves too highly. Some of them, I think they rate themselves way too highly. It's crazy. We haven't had the goal for a few minutes, guys. Gregory, still accepting questions from your Clash of the Titans request. Goodness me. I am still accepting questions. Go for it, Greg. You can say what you like, my friend. JDC, Madrid problem is more to do with mentality. Is here to put a play. They're a bit like Man United. I mean, in a better level, obviously, but they've got a similar sort of vibe going on at the moment. Obviously, they don't have a bad build like us. That's the thing. Like Camavinga and also Fede Valverde. Yeah. Very good. Camavinga's a little bit injury prone. Any chance Heaven gets the World Cup squad? He should. One thing I will say, he should. Yeah, because I'm looking at some of the goal players that are going to the World Cup, right? John Stones and people like that who had not played well for England for a while, not played in the Premier League well for a while. I think that Aiden Heaven should be in England squad. Absolutely. If he was French, if he was Spanish, he'll be in the squad by now, They are saying that Real Madrid want Dalot now. It's a media plant, mate. You know what it is? Dalot has a connect, and he's planting something in the media about Dalot going to Real Madrid to promote him. It's a bit like a sort of PR promotion sort of thing for Dalot, in my opinion. That's what I've heard anyway. English media hype. Yeah. They've already been 9 goals. What a cracking game. It's been a brilliant game, mate. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure, guys. It's there already. Yeah, answer the question. I read a question there. You can answer it. Almost 6-4. Hit the post. Yeah. Look, if I was Bayern Munich right now, I'll shut the game up. I'll shut the game up and say, well, we'll take this. This game, it's a while since I have seen something like this. 9 goals in a game, and it's not over yet. Yeah. It's been a while. It's a pleasure, mate. Yale, it's such a pleasure to be watching this game today. It really is. Really is a good pleasure to watch this game. And it's sort of games that we used to get in the past. These players haven't been learned how to defend. Yeah, they haven't been taught. They haven't been told, I think, to defend. It's not confirmed yet. No, Raja. It's not confirmed yet, but it looks likely. Valverde is good at everything. He's brilliant, mate. He's a brilliant player. Real Madrid can have Dalot. They're not going to get Dalot, mate. That's a PR spin. If you could have anyone and only one person from today's game, who would you most want for United? That's a good question, Greg. I'll say Elise. I'll say Elise for me. I think on that wing, having Elise would be brilliant for Man United. I'm edging towards Kane as well. Well, I like Kane or someone like Doué. But right now, if I was to pick, it would be Doué, between Doué and Elise. I would pick Elise. Big up, Mark. Is this knockoff of Stretford Paddock? I'm seeing a lot of similarities. No, because I've been here around before Stretford Paddock, Jay. Stretford, let me just tell you something about Stretford, right? Stretford is Stretford End. Stretford Paddock, Stretford Post. I did not invent the Stretford End. I used to sit on the Stretford End, right? Stretford is the Stretford End. Anyone calling them Stretford is because it's Man United. It's Old Trafford. I don't know if you know. Don't know if you're informed, but that's what it is at the end of the day. No. This is a real channel. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And just to let you know that Stretford is a stand at Old Trafford, an old one, a very famous one. This is why lots of people call themselves Stretford. But I've had Stretford Post for 10 years, a decade. Anyway. Don't let them have the next goal. We got 2 minutes. It used to be gettable, JDC. It used to be gettable when he was playing for Napoli. You know, at the end of the day, when he's playing for Napoli. Yale, I would like Kvaratskhelia. I would as well. Why didn't they replace Carney Carvajal? Trent was because he was amazing quality on a free deal. True. Carney Carvajal. Yeah, it's true. He's amazing quality. I agree. I would want Luis Enrique most once he is with us. He will change the media. True, Greg. Very, very true. You know, at the end of the day, absolutely. At the end of the day, I take Kane, to be honest. He's finishing. True. Yeah. They've got a lot of players there, guys. They've got a lot of players that are like, wow. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day, they got a lot of players. Fare, Doué, Elise, so much ability, all exceptional, absolutely. JDC, Trent has been good for Real Madrid. Do you think he's been good, JDC? I haven't seen much of him. You know, I haven't seen much of JDC. You know what I mean? Yeah. Can I just say to Jay, you know, you're sitting in your barn or your council flat or anything like that, right? You know what? If you want to go abroad sometime, if you want to go out to a beach or something like that, or enjoy your life or something like that, I'll pay for your ticket, you know, because I know you're broke and I know you haven't got nothing. I know you chew pavements and things like that. You know, if you want to come on my channel and talk absolute nonsense, there's plenty of other channels out there that will accept that. But sorry, brother or sister. I don't know how your pronouns are. Probably Pratt. So what I would say to you, right, mate, if you want to come on my channel and try and school me, right, and try and say, I wanted this, I want that. I supported my football club for 41 years, mate. You know what you were doing 41 years ago? You were spunking your dad's bollocks, mate. So just be quiet. Enjoy the game. Enjoy life. And fuck off kindly. Thank you very much. Raja, when Trent is healthy, he's good. Absolutely. One great manager is worth several good managers. Very true, Greg. I agree with that. We got 4 minutes of injury time, guys, in this game, in this fantastic game, of course. JDC. Yeah, most of these people have forgotten more about football than these people know about football, so they don't even understand football. That's the thing. Yes, after December, he has been good. Yeah. I didn't know that. I thought he was having an average season, to be honest. Defending can still improvement. I agree. Bro must be too free to come on and hate and chat, mate. Let them hate, mate. Let them hate. The thing is, footballers know who I am. They don't know who he is. You know what I mean? That's the thing. That's it. You know what I mean? Yeah. They say has been shout out. You know what it is though? I love it when I get haters because at the end of the day, it means nothing to me, number one. Right. But the thing is, it means that they've actually taken time out of their day to log in and watch me. Right. Thank you. I should be saying thank you. I should be saying thank you for the say, you know. I really appreciate that. With the interviews the cleaners are doing managers, they should really go for Enrique, mate. There's no one else that man them. There's no one else. I've said it time and time again. There should be no one else, you know, in regards to the managerial position, to take the managerial position. Should be no one else. Absolutely not, you know. He's a fantastic manager. Best manager in the world at the moment. Will Mainu and Harry Maguire make England's team? Probably. I don't think, yeah, probably, yeah, I would say. Mainu will. Mainu should, because Mainu is different to anyone else. You know what I mean? That England have. Jackson's on, by the way. Spoke about him. Mainu's on. He's different to any other midfielder that England have got. So I would definitely bring it Mainu to the England squad. He should be there. He's good enough. And he should be there. Henderson shouldn't be there. You know. That amazes me. If you don't like the channel, why even bother getting into the chat and writing bullshit? I don't know, Mandem. Look, Mandem, can I tell you something, Mandem, right? There are people that probably don't like me for some reason, weird reason, I don't know. I haven't done nothing to them. Last corner for Bayern Munich. But the thing is, Mandem, I come from the music industry. 20 years I spent in the music industry. I supported Man United for 40 years. These people don't know about tactics and all that. That's why they go amorosexuals. I mean, isn't it funny that the people talking about amorosexuals are the ones who are Amram out? Ain't they the amorosexuals? They're still going on about him, right? Ain't they the one amorosexuals, innit? They're the ones going on about him anyway. We ain't even talking about him, number one. Number two. So what I would say this, right? I spent 20 years in the music industry working with legends, right? And to be honest with you, when I see these people, I didn't have no time to do these things or hate on any other rapper or hate on another person and stuff like that. I had no time. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But yeah, guys, full time 5-4 to PSG, guys. Game on. What a game, guys. What a game that was. Absolutely fantastic game. Brilliant game, guys. It was a pleasure to watch that game, guys. Absolutely. Christian Jules, my man in the match. Oh, Kvaratskhelia was my man in the match. Definitely Christian. That was my man in the match. But what a game, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Delighted to watch a game like that. I haven't seen a game like that in years, apart from Man United. We've had a couple. Remember you remember the 5-4 against Lyon last season? You remember that? Yeah, we had that game. That was a good game. But this was better. This was a fabulous game, full of quality. Defending a little bit sus, but you know what? Enjoyed it. Thoroughly enjoyed it. An absolutely brilliant game, guys. I really enjoyed it. And I really enjoyed you guys as well. Absolutely brilliant. Thank you for joining me for this watch along, guys. Absolutely. Jale, got no time to be angry anymore. Enjoying life, getting onto life with seeing United getting into the Champions League again is top tier enjoyment. Now, good transfer window. Thank you so much, Charlie. Agreed, 100%. Agreed, 100%. Mandem, this was a proper football match. This is what the Champions League is all about. Unlike tomorrow, I mean, imagine it ended 5-4. Imagine it did. Absolutely. It was a great match. Didn't sleep one bit. Tomorrow's absolutely difficult. Big up. Thanks for your stream. Big up. Thank you, Creep and Death. Guys, don't forget, right? At halftime and that, you can come on the channel. You can have a chat with me if you want to. If you want to do that tomorrow, if you're getting bored, you can come on the channel. You can have a chat. You can come on your face. You can get your face on the channel and you can have a chat. Absolutely, guys. I'll send a link. You can, guys. If you're getting bored tomorrow, pre-game, halftime, after the game, you know, if you need a shoulder to cry on, you can cry on mine. Thanks, guys. Great watch along, guys. Absolutely brilliant game. Sal, do you believe Bruno can catch up with Messi's 21 assist record in front? I don't know, mate. Probably. Messi's incredible back then, but it's only because he had Iniesta and Xavi and all them. Allegro, yes, absolutely. Absolutely, Yale. I'm doing it tomorrow. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow. Thank you, Yale. Guys, much love to you all, man. Absolutely. Guys, you know what the great thing about this community? We're loving life, man. We're smiling. We're enjoying it. Some people come on the channel, they're miserable. They're miserable. Their lives are miserable. We're happy. We're enjoying life. We're loving life, guys. I've had missiles over my head this last 2 months, guys. You know, I've been traveling back and forwards. I've lost thousands. I'm going to cough. There you go. I've lost thousands going backwards and forwards, guys. It's been a mad one. I got a peanut in my throat. 1 second. So it's been a mad one, guys. So what I would say is that, you know what? Enjoy life. And even the haters, enjoy life as well. It's not that bad. You know, I know your dad doesn't talk to you and you're, I'm not going to go there, but you know what? Enjoy life. But thank you to this brilliant community, this magnificent community. You're absolute legends, guys. I really appreciate you all. Man them. Just like the game against Lyon, we surely have entertaining games like this Champions League next season. Man United are entertaining. This is the thing. Proper football teams, mate. Play proper football. You know what I mean? Thank you, Greg. Proper football. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. We love life, guys. We appreciate life and we appreciate everything, guys. And I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Brilliant stream. And I'll see you tomorrow, guys, for Breaking Dawn, early in the morning, Breaking Dawn in. And there will be the watch along fight. Atletico Madrid, dun, 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 against Arsenal. Take it easy, guys. See you tomorrow, guys. Peace.